today's headlines. National Conference discusses implementation of party resolution. And later on, Vietnam affirms global green leadership at P4G summit. Good evening. You're watching today's headlines, where we bring you the top stories of the day. The Party Central Committee's Politburo and Secretariat convened a national conference in Hanoi on Wednesday to discuss implementing the resolution adopted at the recently concluded 11th plenum of the 13th Party Central Committee. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm emphasized that the recent 11th plenum marked a historic milestone, setting breakthrough decisions for the resolution's next phase. And the party chief emphasized the importance of reorganizing administrative units and building a streamlined two-tier local administration. Looking ahead, the party chief acknowledged the demanding and urgent tasks ahead, and he called on all members to maintain unwavering determination in achieving the goals outlined in the resolution of the 11th plenum, thereby establishing a strong foundation for the 14th National Party Congress. And also on Wednesday, the fourth Partnership for Green Growth and the Global Goals 2030 P4G Summit officially opened in Hanoi. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm and Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended the summit, and also in attendance were leaders of various countries, international organizations, scholars, experts, and business representatives worldwide.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh welcomed world leaders attending the Fourth Partnership for Green Growth and the Global Goals 2030 P4G Summit. This year's summit brings together over 1,000 delegates from 46 countries and international organizations. Hosting the fourth P4G Summit once again underscores Vietnam's proactive role and strong commitment to fulfilling its international pledges on climate change mitigation and the transformation of its growth model. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm emphasized that Vietnam has identified that development goals must be grounded in principles of sustainability, inclusiveness, and harmony.
Vietnam is accelerating strategic breakthroughs to pursue fast, green, inclusive, and sustainable development. We are turning political commitments into concrete actions, fostering green growth through institutional reform, green technology, and a skilled workforce.
The Party General Secretary also affirmed that Vietnam's development aligns with global trends and will continue deepening international integration, as reflected in its hosting of this summit.
Hosting the fourth P4G summit affirms Vietnam's role as a reliable partner, its commitment to carbon neutrality by 2050, and its efforts to promote international cooperation and amplify developing countries' voices in green growth and sustainability.
The Party General Secretary also expressed confidence that the summit will generate new momentum for green transition and sustainable finance cooperation.
And continuing our updates on the fourth P4G summit, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính also had an opening speech at the event. He emphasized that amid unprecedented global challenges, green transition and sustainable development are inevitable trends, top priorities, and strategic choices for nations worldwide. The Prime Minister then chaired a high-level discussion with global leaders and international organizations participating in person and online. Many leaders praised Vietnam as a model for energy transition and investment attraction amid global challenges. Earlier, the Prime Minister, international leaders, and organizations attended a ribbon-cutting ceremony to open the Green Growth exhibition, which featured participation from numerous domestic and international businesses. Now moving to news in politics and diplomacy, State President Lương Cường received Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali during his official visit to Vietnam and attendance at the P4G summit in Hanoi today. The state president congratulated the Ethiopian Prime Minister on the successful meetings with Party General Secretary Tô Lâm and Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính. He believes the visit will bring the cooperative relationship to a new page, commensurate with the political trust between the two countries. The Vietnamese state president suggested increasing high-level contacts and completing a favorable legal framework for agriculture, mining, electronics, telecommunications, and digital transformation cooperation. The Ethiopian Prime Minister hopes that Vietnam will share its agricultural experience, helping ensure sustainable food security. Also meeting with the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn proposed increasing exchanges and cooperating more closely to work towards sustainable development goals for the benefit of the two peoples, peace, stability, and prosperity in each region and globally. The Vietnamese National Assembly is committed to creating legally favorable conditions for bilateral cooperation, strengthening parliamentary relations, and cooperating at multilateral forums. The Ethiopian Prime Minister affirmed that Vietnam is a trusted friend of the Ethiopian people, and the government is determined to open a new chapter in the Vietnam-Ethiopia cooperation relationship. Coming up next, Vietnam-China commenced the 9th Border Defense Friendship Exchange. And Vietnam's airports to use biometrics and VNeID for flight check-ins. Now, the 9th Vietnam-China Border Defense Friendship Exchange officially kicked off on Wednesday. The exchange began in the Guangxi Autonomous Region of China, and it will continue in the Lạng Sơn province of Vietnam the following day. This year's event holds a special significance as it coincides with the Vietnam-China People-to-People Exchange Year, marking the 75th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the two nations, and following the recent state visit to Vietnam by the Chinese Party General Secretary and President Xi Jinping. The exchange aims to strengthen political trust, deepen mutual understanding, and also foster solidarity between the two militaries, local authorities, and communities, promoting a peaceful, stable, and cooperative border region. Shifting to trade news, chili is now among 4 agricultural products newly approved for official export to China, alongside passion fruit, bird's nest, and rice bran. The protocols for animal and plant quarantine regarding these exports were signed during General Secretary and President of China Xi Jinping's state visit to Vietnam over the past 2 days. China is also actively processing licensing procedures for additional Vietnamese agricultural products, such as citrus fruits and plant-based oriental medicinal herbs. Meanwhile, Vietnam will expedite sturgeon imports from China. And in recent years, China has remained Vietnam's largest agricultural export market, with 14 types of Vietnamese agricultural products currently approved for official export to this market. The biometric authentication system using facial recognition will be deployed at airports nationwide. And this technology helps reduce airport human resources, saves time on aviation procedures, and ensures security and safety. On Wednesday morning, this system was installed and tested at Nội Bài International Airport.
This automatic security control gate only takes 10 to 20 seconds for each passenger to pass through. The facial recognition cameras installed at the gate verify each passenger's identity. If the biometric data matches, the door will open. These automatic doors are installed at security control points and aircraft access.
With the data being processed very closely and securely by airlines, we can be assured about the highest level of safety and authenticity for each passenger traveling by domestic airlines.
Currently, the VNeID application allows people to book air tickets, register for facial recognition, and complete flight procedures without any paperwork. Biometric data will be tracked at the National Population Database and connected to the airport data system.
This new process brings convenience to passengers. It is also a solution for us to reduce 20 to 30% of costs in passenger check-in or boarding gate stages. It also reduces personnel costs and increases efficiency for customers.
After Nội Bài and Tân Sơn Nhất, this technology will continue to be rolled out at Phú Bài, Cát Bi, Điện Biên airports. Per the Prime Minister's request, the goal is to apply biometric technology and VNeID at all airports this year.
Meanwhile, Tân Sơn Nhất International Airport is also seeing upgrades. After a rapid 2-year construction, Tân Sơn Nhất International Airport's Terminal 3, or T3, is ready to receive its first flight on Thursday. Spanning over 112,000 square meters, Terminal 3 comprises a basement level and 4 above ground floor levels. Terminal 3 is the first in Vietnam to implement biometric technology and artificial intelligence in its aviation procedures. And this adoption helps save time and enhances the passenger experience. With an annual capacity of 20 million passengers, Terminal 3 is expected to ease pressure on Tân Sơn Nhất Airport significantly. And in other local news, Deputy Prime Minister Mai Văn-Chính requested relevant authorities to effectively support the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in organizing the United Nations Vesak Day 2025 according to assigned functions, tasks, and timelines. The Deputy Prime Minister made the statement while presiding over Wednesday's meeting to review preparations for the celebration. He required relevant authorities to continue seriously and effectively implementing the directives of the Party Central Committee's Secretariat and the Prime Minister. Accordingly, the celebration must be grand, respectful, and secure to leave a good impression on attending countries. This marks the 4th time Vietnam has hosted the UN Vesak Day, and this year's celebration will be held in Ho Chi Minh City. And as usual, let's move on to the weather forecast. And that is all for today's headlines. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.